Welcome to today's lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at quadratic equations, and we're going to be solving these ones using factorization. So, for example, if we have a quadratic equation that says x squared minus 10x is equal to 0, here you factorize, you take out x, and here you have x minus 10 is equal to 0. So one of these two things, because we are one of the two numbers that we are multiplying together, it has to be 0. So our next stage is this x outside the bracket is equal to 0, or x minus 10 is equal to 0, because when you multiply two things and one of it is 0, your answer is going to be 0. So here, this one we take it as it is, x is equal to 0, and we solve the other side, x is equal to 10. So these are the two answers for this particular question. If we have a question that says x squared plus 11x plus 24 is equal to 0, and you're asked to solve it by factorization, the first thing you multiply this term and this term, and you get 24x squared, and you find two factors of this number that will be able to give you 11. So if you take 8x and 3x, if you multiply these two, they give you this number, 24x squared. But if you add them, they give you 11x. So we're going to substitute 11x here, and we put plus 8x plus 3x plus 24 is equal to 0. We factorize, we take out x plus 8, we factorize these two, we take out 3, and we're going to have x plus 8. So our common bracket is one of the factors, and the other bracket consists of the elements that are outside the brackets. So these two brackets, one of it has to be equal to 0 for us to get 0 as the answer. So we are saying it's either this one is equal to 0 or this other bracket is equal to 0, and you solve here to get x is equal to minus 8, and this side x is equal to minus 3. So these are our two answers. X is equal to minus 8 and x is equal to minus 3. We can look at another question that says 4x times x minus 5 is equal to minus 25. So here what you need to do, you need to remove the bracket first. You get 4x squared minus 20 minus 20x is equal to minus 25. You take the term on the right hand side, and here it becomes positive, and then you multiply the first term and the last term, and you get 100x squared. You look for two factors which, when you multiply them, they give you this number 100x squared, but when you add them or subtract them, they're supposed to give you minus 20x. So it's a trial and error. If we have 25 and you multiply it by 4, it doesn't give you this. So what do? You try other factors. If you have 10 times 10, let's say you have 10 times 10, but you have to make them both negative. So this one and this one, if you multiply minus 10 times minus 10, you get 100x squared. But if you add them, you get minus 20. So we substitute in our formula. We substitute here we say 4x squared minus 10x minus 10x plus 20 plus 25 plus 25 is equal to 0. You substitute here, you take out 2x, and here you're going to remain with 2x minus 5. Here you substitute, you factorize minus 5, and here you remain with 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So these are the two brackets that you're going to have, 2x minus 5 and 2x minus 5 again, which means 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So now if you solve this one, you say 2x is equal to 5. If you divide both sides by 2, you say x is equal to 2.5. So it's the same answer that you're going to get on this one as well. So if you calculate here, you do this, you divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to 2.5. So you can write it like this, x is equal to this, or you can just say x is equal to 2.5, and in the bracket you write twice. Okay, so that's all I had for you today in this topic of solving quadratic equations using factorization. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next lesson.